Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is a little bit of a different video. I have been wanting to do a dust with me video when I dust the Nightmare Before Christmas shelves that you see behind me. Also, this angle is kind of weird. This is the best way I could position the camera to get the entire shelf. So I know you see the window and you see part of over here, but I wanted you to have like the full view of everything. I'm also going to do a quick close-up of how thick the dust is. People have mentioned before that they like dust with me videos, and I've shared on like my Instagram channel and Facebook like dust when I do dust with me videos, like a time lapse. So I'm going to do that for you guys. And like I said, I'm going to show you how thick the dust is. Also, now would be a great time to comment down below how long you think this process takes. It's going to be a time lapse, and I'll talk for a little bit at the very end, and I'll let you know if you're right and how long it takes me to do this, but it's a pretty long process. So what I do is I remove absolutely everything. I put it here on the bed. The camera is positioned on our bed, and dust all of the shelves and then dust the items individually. It seems like it would take like 8 hours. It usually doesn't. It usually takes about 3. Once I take everything off though, I'll stop the video because my husband is actually going to do a quick repair on the second shelf. Then I'll start the time lapse again once I start putting everything back, and then I'll let you know how long it takes from start to finish. I should do this process every probably 3 months. I'm going to be super honest with you. I have not done this since January 2025, and today, the day I'm filming this, is January 17th. 2026. So it has been a year, and yes, that is embarrassing to admit. It is disgusting, but with how long the process takes, I have zero motivation to do it. I usually only want to do it when I'm going to rearrange, and I am going to rearrange a little bit. I have some new stuff I want to add in and move some stuff to other areas or whatnot. But so here we go. Here we go with this process. Also, I don't have a mic, so I hope the volume is okay. I'll mess with it when I'm editing, but hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying to talk very loud. Anyways, here we go. We're going to dust the Nightmare Before Christmas shelves. Comment down below with how long you take this. This is going to last, and I'm going to start time-lapsing for now, and then I will talk for just like 1 or 2 minutes at the very end. I am probably going to do an updated tour video of the collection in my room. I've updated the horror wall. I've updated this section with new shelving. So I'm not going to do that today, but it'll be coming in January or February. So enjoy the time lapse. Hey guys, okay, let me know. I hope you guessed in the comments on how long you thought it took. It took me about 1.5 hours to take everything off and then to dust it. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I am not a perfectionist when it comes to dusting like each individual item, because if you collect any kind of collectibles, you know, there's just like crevices and stuff you can't necessarily get into unless you're using like a Q-tip. So I'm not that specific when I am dusting. I'm just trying to get the majority of it off. And honestly, the big thing for me is the shelves themselves, like just getting them very clean. That's why I clean it with like a cleaner and everything. It does kind of help keep the dust off for a little bit. So it's not perfect, but it took me about 1.5 hours to take everything off and to set it down. And then once that was done, I stopped recording, and my husband reinforced this shelf and this shelf with these super awesome heavy duty. I'll show you when I do a close-up heavy duty, like I don't know, brackets, if you will. And so now they are not leaning. That's a problem when you, even though these hold quite a bit, when you put a lot on there, just from the weight and everything, they can kind of start leaning. So everything is reinforced really well. It turned out really great. And then I put everything back. It took about another hour and a half. So about 3 hours in total, which is usually what it takes. That does not include everything my husband did with the brackets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to show you how I rearranged it. This second shelf has actually become my favorite because I don't normally put all of one character together like that. I really like to spread everything out so it's kind of balanced, but I ended up making this a Jack Skellington shelf, and I am obsessed with it. It's my new favorite shelf. This has always been my favorite because I call this shelf the Halloween Town shelf because I try to put every character here, but then I'll switch it out. So I'm super excited about this. The Funko shelf kind of stayed the same. I definitely switched up these areas for the coffin shelves, and then I am going to show you what I did over here because I added 2 new shelving units and then switched up the my dresser, and then the pin board is the same. I'm going to do a whole room tour in another video where I'm going to show you my horror wall because I completely updated that. And then I'll show you the like autograph wall that I have. That hasn't changed too much, I don't think, since the last time, but it might have. I can't remember the last whole room video I did. I think it was about a year ago. Anyway, so I'm going to flip the camera around. Also, this is the next day. I dusted and everything yesterday, and then it got dark. I'm sure you could see that in the time lapse. It got really dark in here, and the lighting was just terrible. So I decided to do this little update today where it's nice and bright, and the lighting looks great. So I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to show you guys how it turned out. All right, here we go. We're not going to do close-ups. I'm just going to kind of, you know, give you a little overview. So the top is the Funko shelf. I will do more of a close-up on this because I just love what I did with this Jack shelf. It's just got a lot of Jack Funkos. It's got my like Spiral Hill inspired brick set that I put together a long time ago, and then just a bunch of Jack figures. I'm just really super happy with that shelf. It turned out really, really well. And then the third shelf is kind of the same. I did change a few things up, but this is basically what I consider the Halloween Town shelf. I try to have a little bit of everybody. I don't think everybody is on here, but as much as I can. I never really give a close-up of this, but I love the Jack sleigh with the skeleton reindeer. And then I think you guys saw this in the, I think I shared this on YouTube. I honestly can't remember, but my mom got me these amazing not my mom. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My husband, my mom gets me so much, so I get it confused, but my husband and my kids for my birthday got me the band, the Halloween Town band figures. That one has a hard time standing up, but I love these. This isn't something you can find very often anymore, but it's got the saxophone player and the bass player and then the accordion guy. And they were actually in the box, the original box from when the movie first came out, but I took them out because I'm not an in the box collector, but I love those. So I got to add those. So this just kind of has a little bit of everybody. And then of course the coffin shelves are here. I switched this middle one up by adding the Vampire Brothers, one of my favorite sets. They go together, but I split them up for the coffin shelf and just added some things down here. And the signed Funko Pop for my mom, and then just updated this area. Like I got Lock, Shock, and Barrel and Oogie up there. I got a log at Oogie here. Some of the Christmas and neon stuff. And then I keep my popcorn buckets down there. And then here we have the Addams Family. I don't think you guys have seen this one updated, but all my Addams Family stuff that I just love. And Corpse Bride and Jack and Sally. So now we're gonna spin it over here. I have my pin board. These are the new shelves I was telling you about. Not really shelves, but they're, you know what? I'm gonna open them. Hold on. Okay, I went ahead and opened them. So these are really cool. They're actually like shot glass shelves, but they work perfectly for like mini Funkos or these Vinylmation characters that I have. My friend Nicole was actually getting rid of these. She didn't need them anymore, and she was like, I can send them to you if you want to use them for your your figures, and I'm like, I would love it. So she actually sent me 4. And I'm just using 2 right now. I'm going to put up the other 2. I'm not sure when and where, but I just love it. And you don't have to dust because it has a glass door to keep all the dust out, but it's perfect. I have all my Vinylmation figures here, and then just mini Funkos up there, and I keep it closed, but I wanted to show you guys what it looks like. And then obviously the pin board, which you've seen, and then I just dusted here and took some of the stuff down and just reused it. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So I'm super happy with how everything turned out. Let me know what you guys think. I'll do an updated collections tour and room tour in the coming months. Maybe I'll try to shoot that for February, we'll see. But I'm just super happy with how it turned out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We are going to be doing a live next weekend, me and Juliet. And yeah, we love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.